You are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Leday, episode number 80. Welcome back. Today we're diving into a foundational topic, self-trust unveiled, what it is and why it matters. This episode is for anyone who senses that self-trust or the lack thereof is impacting their life, relationships, and goals. If you often find yourself stuck in indecision, procrastinating, or second guessing your choices, then this episode is especially for you. We'll take a look at what self-trust is and why it's crucial for navigating life's ups and downs, how self-trust enhances decision-making, follow-through, and self-support, signs of lacking self-trust in your decision-making, follow-through, and self-support, and strategies to build and strengthen self-trust. If you're ready to take your self-trust to the next level, mastering your inner dialogue is the perfect step. I have a special gift for you. Head over to theselftrustcoach.com to download my free ebook, Master Your Inner Dialogue, Transform Your Self-Talk for Goal Success. This guide is packed with practical strategies to help you transform your inner voice and achieve your goals with confidence. Now on to the episode. If you're here, it's likely because you recognize the profound impact that self-trust, or maybe a lack thereof, can have on your life, relationships, and goals. At the Self-Trust Coach, we focus on goal achievement because it beautifully encompasses the fundamentals of both building self-trust, while it also highlights where self-trust may be lacking. Plus, we love accomplishment and getting things done. So why not grow your self-trust while achieving something meaningful along the way? So let's start with defining self-trust. At its core, self-trust is the ability to rely on yourself. But it goes beyond thinking that it means we just do what we say. And that absolutely is a component of it. But we're not only giving ourselves trust when we do things perfectly or when we do them everything we say all the time. Trust is a relationship and it extends past our actions. So if we build self-trust, the natural byproduct is to do more of what we are intending to do, the plans that we make, because we're speaking for our whole self. And through that trusting relationship, we do more of the things that we plan. It also goes beyond that because when we're in circumstances and making choices that aren't ideal, self-trust also means that we move through those factors in a way that serves our whole selves instead of in the moment wants and desires, in the moment comfort. It means that we are aligning all of ourselves with what we value, who we want to be, and how we want to show up in our lives. So again, self-trust doesn't mean doing everything perfectly or even well all the time. It means that through the imperfect process of navigating ups and downs, mistakes and wins, you form a greater understanding of what you're capable of creating, overcoming, and transversing. It means that through all of the ups and downs in our humanness, we create more connection instead of more disconnection, more connection through understanding and learning and growing instead of the disconnection of judgment and criticism. So that's one start to why self-trust is so important. Another factor is your brain craves certainty and safety. And self-trust is about creating that safety and certainty right within inside yourself. This is crucial, especially during times of unrest, challenges, and difficult circumstances in your immediate world and the world at large. So, when external certainty and reliability are absent, your brain can reach for certainty and safety within yourself. But as it stands, if that is not the relationship that you have with yourself, then what it's going to reach for, what it's most familiar with, might be self judgment or blame. And if that's the case, you'll end up spending an inordinate amount of energy in an unsupportive and possibly even destructive way. So, when we apply this to goals, it's such a beautiful space because to accomplish any goal, it only takes 3 steps: make decisions, follow through on those decisions, and have your own back. And these steps are also excellent indicators of your level of self trust in anything. They're also great avenues for growing self trust. When we look at identifying a lack of self trust through these 3 factors of making decisions, following through, and having your own back, you may notice indecision. So, indecision would be postponing making a decision, over researching to make a decision, looking for someone else to make the decision for you. You may notice signs of a lack of self trust in follow through, in the second guessing of your decisions, procrastinating, choosing to delay or postpone, either temporarily or indefinitely, waiting for it to be perfect, waiting to move forward for something to be perfect, and not being the factor of deciding what that perfect is and moving towards it, not putting it on your calendar, or not following your calendar, or constantly letting other distractions get in the way of following through. When it comes to having your own back, you may notice a lack of self trust by simply not having your own back. And this may represent in the form of not evaluating for data, meaning judging yourself for unwanted results. Making mistakes or unwanted results mean you should stop or can't do it. Not celebrating your progress and your learning, not championing yourself forward. And this is exactly why self-trust matters, because you matter, for one, and what you want matters, but because the path isn't always easy. But we don't have to make it harder by bringing in our own self-doubts and insecurities as obstacles. Self-trust means we bring those doubts and insecurities along for the ride. We recognize them as part of the story, but not the whole picture, not even close to the whole picture. And when you look at the whole picture, what you will see is not just any doubts or insecurities. You'll see resilience. You'll see fortitude, endurance. You'll see previous accomplishments, and so much more. And this generates a much different outlook moving forward, one of potential and possibility rather than fear and disbelief. So imagine the difference in anything you do, but particularly an accomplishment that you're seeking. If you make decisions with ease, follow through on those decisions, adjust and adapt your plans based on valuable data and lessons learned along the way, and celebrate your progress, your wins, and your lessons. Imagine knowing that no matter what, you've got you and a way forward always. What will you take away from today's episode? My goal is for you to start identifying areas where you can build self trust, particularly through making decisions, following through, and having your own back. And we're going to talk so much more about that in future episodes. But start with recognizing that self trust isn't about perfection, it's about showing up for you and for what you want and learning from each experience. understanding that your brain craves certainty. And self-trust can provide that internal certainty, especially in challenging times. Self-trust involves making decisions, following through, and having your own back. And the path to self-trust is recognizing your resilience and potential, even amidst doubts and insecurities. By creating connection within ourselves and recognizing the entire spectrum of experiences as valuable. This is how you cultivate a strong sense of self-trust that propels you forward with confidence. Remember, you are the way, and the path to achieving your dreams is through trusting yourself. Thank you for joining me today on the Self-Trust Solution Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a review. This helps me reach new listeners, continue to create content, and it brings me joy in my mission to help you create self-trust fueled goal success. Join us next week for episode number 81. Thanks for tuning in, and have a trust-filled week. Are you ready to finally achieve your goals with a simple and effective approach? Join the Self-Trust Lab, our 3E success method to streamline goal success will help you shift limiting beliefs, build a solid goal strategy, and create a roadmap for infallible follow-through. With master-level coaching and personalized guidance, you'll apply these tools and methods to make your goal success inevitable. You'll learn to overcome obstacles, make strategic adjustments, and celebrate every win along the way. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your life and how you go after your goals. Sign up today at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.